Another day, another time sitting on my ass on break. Got off work and now I think of some shit to talk about. Well, I've already addressed what I want to do and how I want to go about this. So, I guess a great place to start is with my real shit. So, it's weird to talk about, but, that's the best shit to talk about. Weird shit to talk about. Once you talk about it enough, it makes it normal. But, there was a time when I was with a girl, and she was kind of crazy. And I didn't really know what I was getting into whenever I got with her, but we dated, and after, 2 months, whenever my hopeless romantic ass would fall in love, she started, going crazy. And, so, 2 months in was the first time she typed it up on her, in her notes, and she pointed her phone at me, and I read it, and it said, "I'm gonna kill myself tonight." And it wasn't even like she's feeling like it. She just said she's going to. And so that just kind of fucked me up for the minute. And then so I remember just sitting there kind of frozen, not knowing what to say. And then so time goes on, and I'm so sure that night I ended up just texting her and talking to her the whole time, trying to make her feel better and not have those kind of thoughts, just give her reasons why to not. And so at this point in time, I'm fucking scared, and as time goes on and we're together, not much changes. A lot of shit like that, where about every night she'd be talking about she's gonna kill herself, and me sitting there up all night trying to give her reasons not to. And I know it's people think, oh, you get away from that, you don't need to be with that type of girl, but I had already really liked her a lot. It was already too late. She took my virginity, man. So I was real caught up in that. And it changed me a lot. I was a real sunshiny kid, and she was just real kind of emo, depressed, alternative type of style. And I fed into that and tried to become a part of that and be like, hey, I want her to be able to relate with me, and I want her to like me, so be more like her. And so as time went on, shit was, still crazy. And then there was just normal times, but she cut herself a lot, and I would see all the scars and stuff, and it eventually kind of wore off onto me. I did it too before, but so one day she had always talked about wanting a blood vial necklace for each of us to have our own blood in, and I fed into the idea too, dude. And was all for it, all just because I just wanted to do something special with this girl, and that's what the special was for her, I guess. But then there was a day she had a razor blade, and we were at my house, and she wanted me to carve my name into her leg, and I did. Not hard. She even told me to go harder with it, but I was very scared and nervous, and that's just some weird shit to do, so I was very unsettled about it. And then, but the craziest part was, and I understand it was fucked up. I shouldn't have, allowed it, but I told her to do it to me back and just put a J, and she wouldn't go hard on me, and I know I didn't really want her to, but it was just like, it just like kind of, thinking back on it, just like revealed the kind of way that it was like she wanted all this shit from me and me to give all this craziness to her, but it was like she wouldn't do it back, and she wouldn't, because she quote unquote cared about me, and that was a big disconnect there, to be like, oh, you care about me and you won't do it to me, but why are you asking me to do these fucked up things to you? I don't want to do that to you. I care about you. But she just made me feel like I needed to, and that was just like what I'm supposed to do. But eventually down the line, me and her broke up, and that night she was texting everybody saying that she was gonna kill herself, and someone eventually called the cops to her. And at this point, man, I didn't believe her. I had been hearing every night about that shit for like months on months on months, so I didn't believe it. And so yeah, I wasn't one that called the cops, and she didn't even tell me that she was gonna do it this night. It just seemed like the normal fucking night with her, man. And so I didn't know what to think. But someone called the cops to her house. They go there, and they diagnosed her as a manic depressant in one night. Just manically depressed. All within that one night, which is not surprising, but yeah. And eventually, we got back together, and things weren't just solid because we had broke up, and it was like even more of her was missing from the relationship. It just felt even more dead. But so whenever we got back together and broke up again, her cutting had got worse, and she would send me pictures of her carving over the name in her leg, and she texted me saying she doesn't know whether to cut over it and block it out or make it deeper of a scar. But yeah, it's just kind of, man, I don't know how to process it still. I guess I've already processed it, but it's just, it seems crazier now than it did then, and it seems less real than it did then. It just, whenever you're there, man, it's a fucky feeling to feel like you have to save the person that you love every single night. But I don't love them anymore. That's just in the past. But it's still just like a fucked up thing to have felt and gone through, and to have experienced. And it's weird, but it taught me a lot about life. It just like kind of showed that shit's not all sunshine and rainbows, and even further than that, just how fucked up things can get in somebody's head and in this world. So it really taught me that anything can happen, and anything in this world is possible, no matter how good or bad. So, yeah, man. That's some of my real shit. That's some shit that I've dealt with. It kind of shakes me up, and I'm waiting for the day that I hear someone else that has also dealt with that, just to see kind of what they felt and how they dealt. But, I came out all right, and I hope the other person's doing okay, but I don't want nothing to do with them anymore, man. Whenever there's people that are bad for you, and that just want to eat up all your goodwill and all your good spirit, you got to get the fuck out, bro. That's exactly what you got to do. Can't be around people like that. It's an energy vampire, man. They feed off of the sweet and the kind, soft, generous souls that go out into the world to try to help. They take your help, they eat it up, they make you feel like your help is worth nothing and that you can't do it because they're too much for you to handle. And they just try to make you seem so weak. And like you can't do anything or have any control over any situation in the world. And that you just, no matter how hard you try, nothing will change. But that's not true. It's these type of people that make you feel that way. And you gotta look out for them. And they may not be trying to do it because they hate you, and they may not be trying to do it because they want to see you suffer. But people like this, they lack something within themselves, and they go searching for it in other people, and that's wrong. People can't provide you what you need to put there yourself. You can't go looking for other people for stability, for fucking not much, man. About the only shit you're gonna get is some advice. And that's the best thing you can get. So don't be trying to go out in this world and take from people, try to take their happiness, try to take their stability. Don't try to use it. Don't try to use anybody, man. This was real shit. My name is Gordon Kai Mobley. I'll catch y'all motherfuckers later.